Hello there! Today we continue diving into the quirks of Nikon Z6III and let's talk about the most talked about issue on the internet, which is low light flickering or high ISO flickering or flickering in general. So by saying flickering, people refer to a specific noise pattern that Nikon has while shooting low light scenes and in higher ISO ranges. But what I've noticed, it's not actually flickering, it's for some reason one frame every 5, 6, 7 frames, one frame changes the tint shift. So let's say you're filming everything, white balance is okay, whichever white balance it is. It would, for one frame, change to a very magenta-like frame tint, and then it goes back. 1 or 2 or 3 frames later, it goes back to normal. So you'll have 5 normal frames, 7, maybe 10. So it's like, it's not happening. It's not really consistent, I'd say. Sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's 7. And then you have 1, 2, 3. Again, not really consistent. It can be 1, can be 3 frames of a magenta tinted frame image. And then it goes back to the one you had before. So it really affects the lower range of the image. So if you expose properly, or preferably you will overexpose a little, so right under the clipping point, so you will have as much detail as you can, and then you bring it down, you most likely won't even see it. You won't notice it because it's going to be in that specific low range between the blacks and the shadows. And it's mostly visible with higher ISOs, like 800 ISO I think is fine. I don't see anything. But again, I didn't do any tests yet, so I'm going to do it right now with you. I'm going to go in NRAW from 800 to 51,000. Black cap test. We'll shoot ProRes as well and 10-bit just to throw it into the batch and see if it affects 10-bit footage. Alright guys, so I've talked a lot and now I've actually done the tests. I've seen the footage and I can say that you can clearly see the flickering there on higher ISOs, especially with the black cap test. But it's not actually that bad. It looks bad on the footage, but it's easily fixed. I'm gonna show you how in a little bit. I'm gonna play you the raw and ProRes footage. It's not gonna be screen record. I'm actually gonna put the footage in the video, and then with a screen recording I'm gonna talk about it and we're gonna discuss. Alright, so I'm gonna play the footage right now for you, alright? Alright, now that you've seen the footage and you've clearly seen the flickering there, let's break it down each ISO specifically. Alright, let's do 800 ISO. I'm gonna do the full screen here. And it is quite clean. I bet even the screen recording will show that it's quite clean. Right? It is okay, it's not flickering. Let's do the 1600. It is NRAW. I can start seeing flickering here. Like I start seeing flickering here. You can see it somewhere. So it goes from magenta to green. It's not very obvious, but it's there. I can see it on my screen. 3200, right? I don't see that much here. It's like 1600 is worse. But it's still manageable. It's not that bad. Right, 5000. That's like the craziest one. I think 5000 looks worse than 25,600. Let's take a look. Like the noise is bad, and you can clearly see the flickering. Like look at this. I'm gonna go frame by frame. Like you see, this is magenta, 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 magenta. You see, like you saw that? Like that's magenta. That's green. You can clearly see the difference in white balance. I'm going frame by frame, like back and forth. That's like 2 frames. Like this is the first frame, second frame, first frame, second frame. You can clearly see the change in the tint here. And Nikon guys, I hope you're taking notes here, right? Let's go 6400, and you can like see right away how clean it cleans up. You better use 6400 and just bring the aperture down, or like use an ND, but like it is as clean, I guess, as 800. Like, look at this. It is really clean. Yeah, it's definitely as clean as 800. But let's see the noise pattern. I mean, it seems really clean here. I don't see much flickering. This is 12,800. This is a bit noisy. It is noisier than, I think, 3,200, but it is manageable. This is 25.6. You still can see the flickering, like it goes from magenta to green from front. Like if you go frame by frame, you will see it at some point. But yeah, the worst one is 5,000 and like 51,200, obviously, because these are the end of the bank of the ISO bank, but it's actually not that bad. So it's surprisingly like not as bad as everyone says it is, but it's there. Like the whole, like especially with 1,600, like if we go back to 1,600, you can clearly see it. I think 1,600 is the worst one. Look at this. Like I go frame by frame, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you see like 6 frame is like super magenta. I think each ISO has different like shifts. Like one goes towards magenta, one goes towards green. I think each ISO goes to different tints, whatever. So that's the case here. Like look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7th frame, it's magenta. Then we go back to green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this one is on 4. Yeah, you see, like it's more magenta here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like, oh, you see there, that's the green one on like 13th. Like this is all, and it goes more to green, like 12, 13 frames. Like it's going there like different, and you can clearly see it on the waveform here. Like if we go to the waveform here, you can like clearly see the noise range down here. Like you see it's going up and down here, right, up and down and down. Like, so you can see the flickering in the noise range here. And surprisingly, I find it more pronounced in ProRes. Like, let's go through ProRes. All right, so it's 800 is fine. It's still, you can see it a little bit. You can see it a little bit there. Okay, 1,600, let's do it full screen. A little bit there, but like not too much. I don't see much. More like, I don't know, is it placebo effect or something? This one is clear, like 3,200. You can clearly see it. And this is the example where I'm going to show you how to fix this, because it is easily fixed. Let's see it. You see? Like the flickering here is like super bad. So ProRes 4K, 3,200 ISO. This is like the worst one I've seen. Look at this. This flickering is horrible. You can clearly see it. Like, I think the waveform is going to go crazy on this one. Like, take a look. Like, look at this. It goes crazy here. It's like, look. You can clearly see it's like, it's going, like Nikon. This is like the worst part. Like, this is the one that you should take a look at. Because, yeah. Let's go further. So 5,000. Like, 5,000 is the worst, obviously, because it's the end of the bank. And you can clearly see the flickering here. So it's worse than RAW. So ProRes is worse than RAW. This is 6,400. It cleans up. 12,800 is pretty clean. 25,600. Nobody should film on this ISO, but again, it's, if you use it for documentaries, you might need it. It is fairly okay. 51,200. Again, it's the end of the ISO. If you shoot in there, you probably shouldn't. Like, it doesn't matter how the footage looks. You just need the footage to exist. So it's probably like extreme situations. So normal situations, you wouldn't go like beyond 6,400, but even 12,000 looks fine. I would use 12,000 easily. It's okay. So now let's go to 3,200 and 5,000. I'm gonna show you how to fix this issue. And luckily we can fix it easily. So 3,200, right? You can clearly see it. You can clearly see it does it. And you can see the waveform, how it does the flickering here. It shows it right there. So luckily DaVinci can recognize this flickering as a noise pattern. So if you go to the noise reduction section here, and you just do like 5%. 5% is usually enough to completely clear this up. Maybe some extreme cases I would go to 10. And take in consideration, Nikon, unlike any other mirrorless camera, when you turn off noise reduction, and in analog it turned off by default, it actually does turn it off completely. So there is no noise reduction applied to the footage, so you get full like quality. Because if you do it with Panasonic and Sony, you'll still get noise reduction. That's why the smearing is happening in the shadows, because it applies noise reduction automatically. Even though you're in a log profile and you turn the noise reduction off, you will still get some, because they want you to see the footage beautifully, even though like, so they basically cheating a little. Nikon goes raw, and like in ProRes and log, you will get no noise reduction at all. So you ideally would want to add some anyway. And 5% is nothing. Like my Mac Studio can play it like in real time, no issues. And you can see 5%, the flickering is gone. I don't see any. Maybe there is a little, but there is like so little, like compared to like turn off noise reduction. You see it's flickering here. You can see the flickering, you can see the flickering on the waveform. You turn it on, nothing. It doesn't jump on the waveform. It doesn't jump here. Let's add 10%. 10% is what you would usually want to clean this up fully. You will still get a lot of details, but it will be clean as hell. Like, look at this. Like 10%. And there is nothing. You clean this up. So I was editing the footage and I realized that I forgot the most important part, because even though that we're clearing this up with noise reduction almost completely, like it's almost no flickering there at all, we're still looking at the analog footage, and like you still have all your shadows lifted, so you need CST, you need like a proper CST. And let's do a quick one here. So it's a Rec 2020, it's analog, and let's do Rec 709, and I do Rec 709A because I'm on Mac, but anyway, it doesn't matter, because like it's like the most important part of it is Rec 709, and these are your blacks, these are your shadows, technically. So there is no flickering there at all whatsoever. You got a completely clean footage here with when you transform it to Rec 709. So you're gonna be completely fine. No one's gonna see the flickering at all. All right, back to the original footage. Let's do 5000, right? Flickering, flickering, flickering. Let's do 5%. So the flickering itself, it's almost gone. I think I can see some here. Let's do 10%. All right. Yep. So no flickering, no jumping. Like there's a little bit of jumping there, but it's nothing severe. Like I would use it. It's totally usable. I don't think anyone will see it in the actual scenario, in the actual shot, because there are going to be other things to like take a look at, because nobody looks in the blacks. And if you go to 6000, it's like it's clean by default. Like there's not a lot of flickering, like no flickering at all here. And if you like add 5%, if you add 5%, it's going to be nothing here. Like 5% is going to be like clean as like 800. Take a look at this. This is clean. There's nothing here. You just go to 6400 and then you just use NDs if you need to drop down the exposure. It's fine. It's clear and it's fine. So 800 and 6400. These are the ISOs you have to stick. These are base ISOs. And you better stick to them. You overexpose a little, like you overexpose 2 stops, or you overexpose until your clipping point, and then you just bring down the exposure in post. So this is how you do it. Alright guys, I know it's a long video and I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I hope you found it useful, and I hope it kind of like helped you with doubts, if you had any doubts regarding Nikon and its flickering issue, because it's talked a lot about on the internet, and a lot of people are scared to get this camera because of the flickering, because it might affect your projects. But as you can see with a black cap test and with this fix, that you would apply noise reduction anyway, ideally, because like, come on, it has no noise reduction, you have to have it. But base ISOs 800 and 6400, if you overexpose and bring the exposure down in post, you'll be fine, you'll be clean, and you can always add some noise reduction to it. I have plenty of footage on my channel that is low light from Nikon, shot in 6400. I don't think I applied noise reduction to most of it. I might have applied some, but like definitely a lot of it is like no noise reduction at all. And it shows how good of a camera it is in low light if you can do it in RAW with no noise reduction. So again, I hope this video was useful for you, but let's talk real fast about how Nikon can actually fix this issue. And I think there are two solutions. One is they can release a firmware update where they just fix this, all right? Like a simple solution, because I've heard the reports that Z6, the original one, if you would record RAW externally in analog, it would get the same. So I guess it's something about the noise pattern. And they fixed it with a firmware somehow. So I've read the forums that with the original Z6, they actually fixed this flickering noise if you're recording RAW. And they might do it here. Or the other solution would be to add a black shading feature like Red have. So since they bought Red now, they have the technology, they have the software secrets behind it, as well as the hardware. But I think that you can add this feature in firmware where you would black shade and you would get the noise pattern right, like you would fix the noise pattern. And yeah, I think that might fix the issue. These are my two theories. I kind of hope that they add black shading feature just to be safe, you know, like so you can do black shading whenever you feel like you need to do it, or they add a temperature metering. I don't know if that's possible because that might be the hardware thing, but like just to add black shading, like sensor calibration, whatever, I think it's possible. Because I think Blackmagic added it with a firmware update in Pocket series, like the sensor calibration or whatever that was. I hope it helps. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. It's a little bit of nerdy stuff, but it's sort of what pushed people away from this camera, and I hope it helped to fight the doubt, because I think it's a fantastic camera. It has so much potential. The image looks stunning. It's just those little quirks that turn people away from it. So I hope it just helps a little. If you know anyone at Nikon, or if you are active on Nikon forums again, if you can address this issue, please do. Please help out the community. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the input on the matter. I read the comments. I really appreciate them. And I hope you're having a great time. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.